Welcome to the first ever Craft Beer Awards review. I'm Matt Johnson, Director of Digital Content for Phoenix Magazine, alongside Johan Warnholtz, and together we kind of put the pale in IPA, right? India Pale Ale, would
Nice.
you agree?
Yes.
So, Johan, tell us why we're here, what we're going to review today.
Yeah, definitely. So we are reviewing today the Tombstone Brewing Dank Fruit Double IPA. This has been around for a bit, so some of you might have already tried this, but it's just a super crushable double IPA from our friends at Tombstone, which if you're in the Phoenix area and you haven't been to their Tombstone North location, highly recommended.
Right there at 40th Street and Thomas.
That's
they
right.
Opened up right after actually Election Day 2020.
Yeah.
They opened their doors. Long night for some of us covering the election. I actually went there that morning to interview the owner.
Oh, nice.
Great location because it allows them to produce more of these kind of beers that are seasonal,
Yep.
fan favorites. Before they opened that location, it was very hard to get a Tombstone beer. You kind of had to go to
Definitely.
A store as they got it. You know, follow the social media feeds of a place like King's Beer or something, and go there, or else it'd sell out like that. Yep. So great that they have that location.
The other cool thing about that location was that they basically picked up right where, what was it, Helio Basin
Yep.
left off. So Helio Basin had to shut its doors, and Tombstone basically came in the very next day and opened. And so, as far as I know, they kept a lot of the same staff.
The turnkey operation, they kept staff on.
Yeah.
So let's crack that. And as you pour, we will tell you that we will upgrade our glassware in the future on these things. Look for these reviews often leading up to the Arizona Craft Beer Awards Festival. We'll talk about that here in a little bit after we taste this. But as you pour that, I can tell you we bought this along with several of these beers at Trevor's right there on McDowell and Scottsdale. This one is a seasonal, like we talked about. It comes out usually like around the end of March, beginning of April. Whenever this Dank Fruit comes out, make sure you get it because it won't last for long. And like I said, seasonal, once a year. I was lucky enough right at the beginning of quarantine in 2020 to snag a keg of this from our friends down the road at Arcadia Premium.
Oh, nice.
Kind of lucked into that.
Get a little more too.
I mean, I don't need to put it up to my nose all that much to get the smell. You get that aroma right away.
As soon as you open the can, just
it's very aromatic. It's one of their hoppiest beers that they brew. And for Tombstone, that's saying something, right?
And it's 8.1%, so it's definitely not
8.1 for sure.
It's strong beer festival material.
It's dank. That's why they put Dank Fruit on there. So, I mean, you get that hop forward right away. A lot of fruit,
but it's balanced. For me, it's super balanced, and that's one of the things I look for in hoppier double IPAs and IPAs, etc., is a balance between the hops and the sweetness of malts and whatever else they add to it. So whether that's fruit or more malts, obviously at 8.1%, they probably added a fair amount of malt in order to get all that alcohol, and so that does balance it out. If you're not into IPAs, probably not your cup of tea here.
No, you got to be a big hophead fan to enjoy this, along with any other really. Tombstone is so big on their IPAs, their hoppy beers. They get the biggest amount of strata hops of any brewery in Arizona.
Really?
Yeah, I mean these are some of my favorite beers in Arizona. First enjoyed Tombstone maybe about 4 years ago at that location in Tombstone, which is a haul to get there, and it's not much of like a destination kind of place. It's where they brew beer, and I talked to the guys before there, and the owner says people don't hang around that brewery a lot. They just go and they pick up, and they a lot of to-go orders. But at the one in Phoenix, it's more of a destination. You go and hang out and you drink beers there.
I think they have live music there
food,
too.
Yeah, great location, indoors, and they're always working on. Allows them to do a lot more of their beers that they do well. A lot of their barrel-aged stuff.
I'm a big fan of their barley wines and everything. The kind of that heavier barrel age, the barley wines, all that real strong stuff. They do a really good job of it. Probably one of the top 3 breweries that's doing that has a good barrel age program. So,
So speaking of all the breweries now, tell us a little bit about this Arizona Craft Beer Festival. You see the logo behind us.
That's right.
What's going on with that?
So date to be determined, but we're aiming for late October. Essentially, we want to put together the first Arizona Craft Beer Awards, kind of categorized very similarly to Great American Beer Festival, but focusing in on Arizona beers specifically. So all your favorites, along with all the new ones that have opened up throughout Arizona, are going to be invited to come showcase some of their favorite beers. We'll be doing the judging beforehand, so we'll be able to announce all of our winners the week of the festival, and then it'll just be a good time drinking beers.
Beer fests are one of my favorite days of the year. Only like to do them about 6 times a year. But we haven't done really a beer-focused issue that is leading to the print issue. We are going to do that in our September-October issue.
That's right.
A beer-focused issue. We last did, I'll hold this up, we found this in the archives, September 2017, the Arizona Beer Guide. Kind of fun to kind of go back in history and read that. There's obviously we did features on some breweries that are no longer in existence,
right,
unfortunately, and there's some breweries that were just up and coming that are now very big on the scene, your Heltons and whatnot. So that'll be kind of fun to do that again. Also want to let you guys know there's a Reader's Choice ballot going on as part of our Best of the Valley on phoenixmag.com. Make sure to pick your favorite Arizona beers by styles. We had hundreds of nominations. So Dank Fruit is actually one of them on there.
Yeah.
I might have put that one on there myself, but
nice.
No, so yeah,
good.
go on there, vote starting May 1st. We'll feature your readers' picks in that issue coming up in September, and then that'll lead into our beer festival around middle to late October, right?
Yep, and look out for more of these videos too. We're going to be trying some of the beers you see in front of you, as well as a whole other load of different craft beers from right here in Arizona.
That's right. We loaded up the fridge and we're ready to review and discuss beer leading up to October.
That's right.
Cheers.